Christine, and one of the best nuggets was the content strategy optimization, CSO, and it was great to have a hands-on experience with it. Helped me really understand it. Also, the inner workings of Amazon and understanding the pricing, and then, of course, all the other tidbits that go along with it.
Mind map that was given to us, it really showed some flaws in what I had written so far and helped me to go back and clarify some points in my book that to me would not have been as clear to my reader. So I'm very thankful for this. It also helped me to generate more content for the chapters that to me seemed to be a little bit short of content. This was a way to add more content in a systematic way. Okay. And then on the 10 reasons to have a Kindle book, this impressed me very much. And the first listing is how to be seen as an expert. And this was something I had a lot of interest in, but didn't know how to take it to the next step.
Hi, this is Stephen, and I want to say that what I really got out of this workshop was the personal attention that we got, the education that we got, and the inspiration most of all, because it's inspiring to be able to put a book up to be published. I really thank Mark and Cindy for everything that they've done to help us to get published. Thank you.
And Robin Coles, and my 3 nuggets were, the first one was no more using Mobi to upload to KDP. I think that's awesome. The second one was clearer understanding of pulsing and how to offer Kindle books for free. And the third one was changing the mindset that Amazon, Google, and Facebook should be working for me instead of the other way around.
Greg Land with PatriotMission.com. I guess that I came away with a lot of different aspects, but I think number one, it's really helped shorten our learning curve and it's kept us on track. And this has been something that's on the cards for so long. It actually pushed us to get off the mark and make time and do it. So number one, thank you very much on that. Just some of the other things that came up were, we've got some great ideas for leveraging and repurposing content that we already have in terms of series, having books in a series, being able to leverage multiple ways to reach our target audience across the Kindle, the physical book through CreateSpace, and audio. CSO was awesome. And then some of the marketing strategy stuff for pulsing and that's just cool.
Steve Olds, PatriotMission.com. Content optimization was strong. The bundling of Kindle, hard copy, and audio was good. And then really the Kindle marketing and promotion, all the different ways to tie those together and get links all over everywhere.
Sally Russell. This really helped me get over the hurdle of formatting. That's kind of been my bone of contention. Also, the importance of the cover design, seeing the options and things there was really helpful. And really seeing all the options available beyond Kindle, working with CreateSpace and so forth.
One of the main things that a reminder that I've managed to forget until this weekend is what you repeated several times through the weekend. There is always a next step. That kept the mind going far beyond this weekend. And I really appreciate that. A couple of the other things that really helped my head were such a almost clever way, I think, that you showed us how to approach the author page to gain such greater leverage from its existence. I'd never even paid attention to the author pages until today. Found out that because I do have a book up on, not printed through Amazon, but because we're an associate publisher for Amazon. So I already had the opportunity to have an author page, which I didn't even know about. I think the fact that we can, at the end of this day, sort of say, we've got a book up on Kindle, like right now, in a very short period of time, remarkably short period of time, when you think of what it can do for us very soon. We do happen to have a library of the Centerpoint books, and I think Gene has been facing this with some fear, and I think we may have gotten beyond that, and we can look forward to the next month, or we can have most of the library up there find others to put up there as well. So we're really grateful. Really, really grateful.
As Elsa mentioned, I'm going to be the one doing most of the work. So when he first brought this up, it scared me. And I think this week, I know this weekend, totally turned my mind around. I feel I have a really good handle on it. I feel it's something I can do, and I don't think it's going to be that hard to pull the rest of them out. It's like all of a sudden this is like, yeah, this is easy.
Okay. I'm probably in a little bit different category than you guys because you guys are real like business minded. And I'm looking this more for personal benefits, I guess. I really liked how, and I mentioned to you after, what I like seeing it go up so quickly about is I attribute it like you're giving birth to a baby. Suddenly here's your child. You've thought of it, you wanted it, and suddenly there was a way you saw it. And what I like is, because I do like to write books in that, which take a long time, but I can see the use of doing, like I said, about children's stories, very quick. I can have the joy and the excitement of it and give birth to it, and it's out there. I really liked also, you mentioned audiobooks, which I didn't know about doing something like that. There again, for me, with my liking the children's stuff, I love to tell stories. I like to hear stories. Because you mentioned there's a possibility of doing that, which I never knew of. That's a really cool new outlet I didn't know about. And I really liked how you explained, and I know you did it in the class, about taking something into Word and inserting the images. My brain did not catch that or assimilate it because what I was uploading this time had no graphics. Mm-hmm. But again, when my mind jumped ahead to the children things where those stories do have a whole bunch, suddenly my mind could absorb what you said because I saw a real-time, real use for it. Mm-hmm. So after you said the word insert, I remembered what you said because now I saw a practical, immediate use for it. So you gave us the knowledge, but until I suddenly saw it in an area that would give me excitement, I actually got more of it all come together in the last hour than what the 2 days did because it hit me practically and with the joy and excitement that came out of it because I'm not business-minded.
First thing I really liked was the hands-on doing it because I've taken tutorials online and webinars, and usually I hang up halfway through because I'm lost and there's nobody to talk to. So this is that. And that overcame my block of just sitting down and doing it. And the other thing I really liked was meeting other people that are on the same path, good at what they do, but I'm not alone in trying to get this stuff. I always feel like I'm 3 years behind the curve.
Number 1, number 2, and number 3 is getting the book up there. I have done 3 Kindle books for someone else like 4 years ago, and it is amazing how much easier it is now. And I drug my feet because I was thinking back to how difficult it was years ago, and it took you dragging me here and Cindy kicking my rear to do it, and I'm just so glad that you did. And then, of course, having Cindy come in, and Cindy is just so smart in all of this. It's just amazing. And then being able just to hang with all you guys and network and eat lunch. And there's nothing like a live workshop. You cannot substitute for that.
Yeah, this is Wayne. I think the complete experience, again, of doing it and having help in the room was very powerful. I think I realized that I have to completely reverse what I did the first time with the content strategy because I was coming from the position where everybody else comes and being the disruptive guy. I want to come from the other point. I also think that in the future, for me, I can dictate a lot of content. Everybody knows I've got a lot of stories from these 400 major courses. And I thought I could strap my headset on and I could just dictate the stories and then turn them over to somebody, say, clean them up, put a cover on them, and in a few hours have them out there with all the things that I have in my content libraries that I have just sitting for all these years for the things that I've done. And I started thinking I could just have a factory cranking these things out and writing some very interesting experiences of how companies have left $8 billion on the table. So it gave me a great idea for that.
I'm Frank. Mark Cindy, thank you so much. I came here with, I think, what some of you described as fear and trepidation. I share in that. I, too, tried to put stuff up on Kindle years ago. I've done 18 books under my name and over 30 books in my lifetime, going back to the 70s. I'll have my book up tomorrow when I finally finish the graphics in it and get over a few hurdles I'm facing. But you were here with hands-on stuff that was so helpful. Mark, I think, if my memory serves me correctly, this is the 11th program I've been to that you've put on since 2007, and that I've had pleasure and privilege to experience. Great content, really stayed focused. Cindy, you did a wonderful job. You really did. And it crushed the learning curve. It was a lot of hands-on. I saw multiple ways to market my stuff. I mean, I've just got this chest of stuff back home of stories of things that have happened and things I can change. And I really see ways to make a difference and get them out there.
My name is Larry, and I've got it up. I had no fear coming in here. I knew it was going to happen because I had confidence in Mark until I got ready to hit the publish button. And then I was like the kid on the diving board, you know. And Cindy pushed me in the pool.
Push the button.
And I'm glad that I did. CSO, I think, was a great tool. I come from a mindset of product and e-commerce site as opposed to digital product and that kind of thing. A lot of times for me it's difficult to translate what's being said into my world. This was an aha moment for me, if you will. This whole thing was an aha moment. How do I translate all of this stuff into promoting what we do as a business? And that was great. How do we take this kind of stuff, and which is Kindle and create space and videos and audios, and how do you do that to just point people to what you really are wanting to point them to? So, and then the one is there's always a next step. And that was wonderful for me to get that again, and I think maybe it stuck this time.
The three things that I had was, first of all, I got my questions answered, and the evidence was the action that I took that got the result. And I had a situation where Mark showed me how to do something. I had a few errors in it. So after he corrected it, we deleted it, and then I got to do it. So it did work. Another thing was the assignment beforehand forced me to clarify a lot of my thinking. And with that clarity, I think the whole program went a lot easier and faster for me. And the other thing was, from the content of the program, was for me, a big picture is really important to see how it all fits together, and then I can start making the pieces work. And I felt that this showed a very good big picture of all the possibilities, like new possibilities for marketing and so forth. That's, to me, that's all part of the result of seeing a bigger picture.
I think a big thing for me was the structure of the CSO, and to really help you realize how easily you can put together at least a nonfiction book. And my category is how-to books, so it's really helpful. A really key thing was you can hire a writer to do this but you still have to do the CSO yourself first. That's very helpful. Mark's reminder to create the content first and then put it in order. That's very freeing for composing your books. And just like a few of you guys said, there's always the next step, and to keep that in mind. Thank you very much.